Close your eyes and imagine a tall woman stepping off a dusty train in a small town during the Great Depression. The air smells like coal and old wood. Her coat is simple, her hat pulled low. She doesn't have fancy guards or reporters with her, just a notebook, sensible shoes, and a kind but serious face. You see her stop to talk to a farmer with tired eyes. She leans in close to hear his story. She writes something down. She nods. Then she walks into a one-room schoolhouse to meet the teacher and the children. She listens more than she speaks. This woman is Eleanor Roosevelt, and she is not here for show. She is here because she cares. You watch as she steps outside and shakes hands with a group of coal miners. Their hands are rough and dirty, but she doesn't mind. She asks them how much they make, how long they work, if their children are in school. She's not pretending, you can tell. The miners look surprised. No one important ever asks them these things. But Eleanor does. You can see that she's trying to understand. She isn't like the other people from Washington. She wants the truth, not just the reports. She will carry these stories back to the president because she believes regular people matter. You didn't expect to be moved today, but watching her work, you feel something shift inside you. You realize this is a woman who is changing the world, not with power, but with kindness and action. Eleanor Roosevelt was not like most girls when she was young. She was very shy. She didn't think she was pretty. She often looked down when she talked to people. But even though she was quiet, Eleanor had a strong heart. She wanted to help others. That wish never left her. Eleanor was born in New York City in 1884. Her family was rich. They had fancy clothes, big houses, and servants. But Eleanor's childhood was not easy. Her mother died when Eleanor was only 8 years old. Her father died 2 years later. Eleanor felt very alone. She went to live with her grandmother. Things changed when Eleanor went to school in England. The school was called Allen's Wood. Her teacher, Miss Suvestra, believed girls should think for themselves. Miss Suvestra helped Eleanor become more confident. Eleanor started to speak up. She learned that her voice mattered. When Eleanor was 19, she came back to New York. She helped poor people in the city. She visited children who had no homes. She taught classes to young girls who worked in factories. Eleanor was learning more and more about the world. She saw how many people needed help. In 1905, Eleanor married Franklin D. Roosevelt. He was her fifth cousin. He wanted to be a politician. Eleanor helped him in every way. She gave him advice. She talked to people when he could not. They had 6 children, but one died as a baby. When Franklin became sick with polio in 1921, he could no longer walk. Some people thought his career was over, but Eleanor didn't give up. She helped him stay strong. She went to meetings for him. She gave speeches. She made sure people didn't forget about him. She became his eyes and ears. Franklin said he would never have become president without her. In 1933, Franklin became President of the United States. Eleanor became First Lady. But she did not sit quietly in the White House. She had her own ideas. She traveled all over the country to see how people were doing. She talked to farmers, miners, and teachers. She went to places no First Lady had ever gone. Sometimes she flew in airplanes. Sometimes she visited prisons or war camps. She wanted to know the truth. She also wrote a newspaper column. It was called My Day. In it, she wrote about her trips, her thoughts, and the people she met. She wanted people to care about each other. She wanted them to help each other. She believed everyone should be treated fairly. Black people, women, and children too. In 1945, Franklin died. Eleanor was very sad, but she did not stop working. She became a leader at the United Nations. That is a group where countries try to solve world problems together. Eleanor helped write a very important paper called the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. It said that all people have the right to be free and treated with respect. Eleanor kept working for peace and justice until she died in 1962. She was 78 years old. Many people were sad, but they remembered her as someone who made a difference. Eleanor Roosevelt once said, "You must do the thing you think you cannot do." She lived by that idea her whole life. As a little girl, she was shy and quiet. She didn't feel beautiful. She was often scared to speak in front of people. But she worked hard to grow braver. She worked hard to help others. She learned that even if you are quiet or afraid, you can still do big things. Eleanor didn't want fame or power. She wanted to make life better for people who were poor, sick, or treated unfairly. She used her voice to speak for people who had no voice. Eleanor showed the world what kindness, courage, and hard work could do. She became a teacher, a helper, a first lady, a writer, and a world leader. She showed that one person can make a difference. Even after her husband died, she kept working to make the world better. She helped write the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which says that all people around the world should be treated with respect and fairness. She believed that every person mattered, no matter their skin color, their job, or where they were born. Eleanor Roosevelt lived a life full of service and strength. She was born into a rich family, but she didn't let comfort make her forget others. She lost her parents when she was young, but she didn't let sadness stop her. She became First Lady of the United States during very hard times, the Great Depression and World War II, but she didn't stay in the White House. She traveled, she listened, and she acted. She cared deeply about justice and fairness. She wanted a better world for everyone, not just a few. Today, many people remember Eleanor Roosevelt as one of the most important women in American history. She changed what it meant to be a First Lady. She became a symbol of hope and action. She proved that anyone, even someone who is shy or unsure, can become strong, brave, and full of purpose.